Glad you could join us today on Earthfile. Welcome to the program. I'm Ayola Kasim. More than 20 million people in Nigeria live along the coastal zone, and the states in this region are expected to experience flooding due to the rise in sea level. Authorities at different levels are expected to act proactively to avert a disaster similar to what was experienced in 2012. Heavy rains in 2012 triggered extensive flooding in Cameroon, Chad, Niger, Nigeria and Senegal, with hundreds killed, millions left homeless, and vast areas of farmland inundated. In many of these countries, the flooding was the worst in years. Some 1.3 million Nigerians were displaced, and 431 died in what the authorities said was the worst flooding in over 40 years. 30 of the country's 36 states were affected, and that's according to the National Emergency Management Agency. In August of 2012, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency predicted heavy rains for that year, warning local authorities and residents to keep drainage ditches clear, but warnings were either ignored or not taken seriously. In July 2016, the Nigerian Hydrological Agency released its annual flood outlook for the year, and the projections do not look good for most metropolitan areas of the country.
Coastal flooding should be expected in Bayelsa, Rivers, Delta, Ondo, and Lagos State. When they see rise, what are we to expect? And so that is why so much will be done by our people. The Niger, the Benue, the Sokoto Rima, Anambra Imo, Cross River, Niger Delta area, the Komadugu Yobe, up in the northeast, Ogunshu, southwest, and several other sub-basins of the country would be affected.
Also in August, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency issued its advisory on the rainfall situation and prospects of flooding in August to October 2016. The NIMET observations and projections are also in agreement with the 2016 annual flood outlook that was released by the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency. NIMET further explained that these predictions are due to the fact that soil moisture has either reached saturation or near saturation levels due to the cumulative high-intensity rainfall in some parts of the country in June and July. The states listed by NIMET are Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Kaduna, Kwara, Nasarawa, Yobe, and Zamfara. This means that floods should be expected in these areas because the soil is no longer able to absorb more rainwater in the coming weeks, which coincide with the peak rainy season. Information from the Niger Basin Authority, with headquarters in Niamey, Niger Republic, had also warned of imminent flooding incident in Nigeria of the magnitude comparable to that of 2012 floods. The Niger Basin Authority is a regional body of 9 member countries in the West and Central Africa. These are Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, and Chad. At a global level, this regional body monitors the river flows and socio-economic development within the river systems in these countries and share data among member countries. The Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency said that the rainy season, which started in Middle Niger, that is in Burkina Faso and Niger Republic in June 2016, had led to a gradual rise of the level of River Niger in Niamey, in Niger Republic. The Niger Basin Authority warned that as at 2nd of August 2016, the yellow warning line of 5.3 meters corresponding to 1,700 cubic meters per second flow rate has been reached and exceeded in Niamey. This means the water is heading towards Nigeria.
At Jidere border, which is the first station to enter Nigeria, the level there is higher than what obtained in 2012 at this same period. And also at Lokoja, the level there has also increased beyond what obtained in 2012. Similarly for Wurubuki, entrance to Nigeria from the Cameroon.
The water level at Jidere Bode in Kebbi State, the first monitoring station as River Niger enters Nigeria, is 3.77 meters high as at 8th of August 2016, which has exceeded the 3.32 meters value observed on the same date in 2012. Also on the 8th of August 2016, the level of water at the Kainji Reservoir is 132.62 meters, which is higher than the value recorded about the same time in 2012. Once the level of Kainji gets to 141.73 meters, it will start spilling to Jeba Dam. The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency also stated that at its monitoring station in Wuroboki, Adamawa State, the first monitoring station as River Benue enters Nigeria, the water level has risen to 5.36 meters as at 8th of August 2016, as against 4.88 meters recorded on the same date in 2012. Its monitoring station at Makurdi recorded an alarming 9.20 meters height in water level, as against 9.17 meters recorded on the 8th of August in 2012. This situation portends danger for Nigeria, where there are many active tributaries to River Niger that contributes quite heavily to flooding incidents. At the confluence in Lokoja, the water level as at 8th of August was 7.74 meters, which has exceeded the 7.72 meters recorded value on the same date in 2012. The agency warns these values are sending a strong signal to dwellers within the floodplains to relocate immediately to safer and higher ground. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, on its part, advises governments, communities and individuals in these vulnerable parts of the country to take proactive actions, such as clearing water channels, drainages, and avoid activities that will block the free flow of water. It also urged Nigerians to pay closer attention to its daily weather forecasts and alerts. It further advised that relevant agencies should perfect their emergency evacuation plans and activate them as soon as necessary. It also says that it will continue to monitor the rainfall pattern as well as general weather conditions across the country and issue updates from time to time. The National Emergency Management Agency, on its part, commenced a sensitization campaign across the country.
We have written letters to all the governors of the 36 states, informing them of the NISA and NIMET alert. And the state have already swung into action. Some of the states have already begun sensitization in their local communities and even sensitizing the community at risk, the floodplain areas. The Kogi State government have started, and other states of the Federation have started. So Kebbi State government have started. I know quite a number of states have started sensitization. And this document that is being presented, the state also have a replica of it to deal with the same situation. So let that be very, very clear that we are preparing to support the effort of the state in case it were wonder. What happened in 2012 was unique, because in 2012, that was the biggest natural disaster that we have experienced in terms of flood in the history of Nigeria. So it came, it was new to us, therefore dealing with the consequences was new to us, but we were able to cope. Now I think we are better prepared because states have received early warning. So like I said, this early warning, we expect it to be matched with early actions.
We all need to activate our mechanism, tools and instruments to prepare for, prevent, against, reduce the risks and respond to and to recover from any flood disaster we may be facing this year.
Zonal coordinators of the National Emergency Management Agency across the country rolled out flood prevention campaigns, moving from cities to villages, telling everyone it is time to clear the drains.